Now then, our special guest today, put them together for mountaineer Bonita Norris, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Last month, Bonita became the youngest British woman to climb the world's highest mountain, scaling Everest, aged just 22. But perhaps even more remarkable than that is the fact you only took up climbing about a year ago.
Well, Everest is a huge mountain. Obviously, it's the biggest one in the world, but it's something that is achievable if you work hard and you train properly. And so I just worked really hard for a year solid, and I was very lucky. But it was hard work that got me there.
I mean, literally, a year and a bit ago, you hadn't...
I'd never climbed a mountain.
Had you done climbing walls and things like that?
No, never. I basically woke up one morning and decided to climb Everest, and then learnt how to climb. It sounds mad
I want to get this out of the way. You're more nervous doing this show, aren't you?
I'm shaking so much.
I mean, it's a loony question to ask, really, but how hard is it to climb, what, 29,029 feet, 8,000 odd metres in new money?
Oh, it's a doddle, yeah. But... no, it's really incredibly hard, and people do try and belittle the achievement a little bit, but you climb for 5 days straight to get to the summit. You're absolutely exhausted. You can't eat, you can't drink, you're using bottled oxygen, you've got a heavy backpack on. It's one of the hardest things I've ever done, by far, but it was incredible.
And then, were you injured at all in any shape or form?
Unfortunately, I slipped on my way down from the summit and I gave myself whiplash, which was a horrible thing to happen in the death zone, which is above 8,000 metres. But I'm fine and well, and everyone on the expedition as well, so...
Because... I'm very much aware, was it 1 in 10 people that make it to the peak don't survive the descent?
I think those are mountaineers trying to big up themselves by saying I survived and whatnot. The real statistics are more like 1 in 300.
OK, because there was a British guy who died just a few days after you.
He was an experienced mountaineer, and I think it just goes to show that it's not something that anyone can just rock up and do. You do have to...
I think I figured that bit out when I was at school.
But no, he was really very unlucky, and that mountain, it doesn't take no
Did you not? I mean, were you worried or anxious about your own safety, or do you just put that
every
out?
Day?
Every day?
Every day. I woke up with helicopters flying over me doing rescues, thinking, my gosh, please don't crash into my tent. You know, it's that dangerous all the time. You're worried that ice blocks are going to fall on you, or you're going to have a fall, or you're going to get altitude sickness. It wasn't until I got down after the summit and the mountain was behind me and I took my backpack off, and it was just such relief.
Well, that must be a wonderful feeling to know you've done it. But what was the feeling like on the top? I mean, do you get to enjoy it, or do you just think about, I've got to get down, I've got to stay safe? How does that work?
I got to the summit, I sat down and I kind of thought, oh, I'm here, great. It just felt like that's what I came to do, so good, I was there. We only stayed on a summit for about 15 minutes after a year and a half's hard work of trying to get there. So I didn't really have time to enjoy it. The overwhelming thing was, I've got to get down, I've got to get down. So the celebration started at base camp, you know, beers and everything like that.
You did actually go, because I know you're a fan of our Holiday Inn adventure at Bear Grylls. I just wondered, is there a hotel halfway up or anything like that? You did do it, didn't you? You really did go.
I did do it. There's no hotel, but on summit day, mentally, your mental capacity is so lowered when you're at altitude because of lack of oxygen. And I thought there was a cafe halfway up the route, and I was looking forward to getting to this cafe that didn't exist. And I got there and there was nothing.
I mean, I've not climbed, I've walked at altitude in Nepal, and I mean, I can remember when you just see a little hump in the path, how hard it is just to get over that, let alone climb up. Sorry, Tracy. Yeah.
How have you got any other trips lined up that you're planning?
I'm planning a trip in 2012 to the South Pole, but it's a long way off and it's a lot of money, so we'll see how that goes. But for now, I'm just kind of enjoying not planning trips and just being at home. I've taken over my life for so long, so it's nice to be back.
I bet it has. I bet it has.
Is that name real, darling? Bonita. You weren't named after Madonna, were you, darling?
Unfortunately,
Please tell me.
was.
Help me out. Help an old man out. What's the Madonna Bonita connection?
The song, That Is La Bonita.
Bonita.
Okay, careful, because you have to pay for it, otherwise we carry on like that, and then I'll be out of a job. So you're named after a Madonna song?
Yeah. My mother, I have her to blame for that.
And I have one question that the guys in the pub have insisted I ask, and that is, are you single? I don't know why they'd want to know that, Bonita.
Yeah, I am single, yeah.
There you go, boys. Braver man than me. I mean, what a... South Pole next. Well, it's lovely to have you here. It really is. I hope you enjoy the experience. It gets easier, trust me.
I don't think I will.
Here's what's happening on today's show. After the